As an athlete, when it comes to hydrating, should you be drinking water, sports drink, or just electrolytes? I'm breaking down what you need to drink and when you need to drink it in this video. Welcome to the Sports Nutrition Playbook channel. I'm Amy Goodson, sports dietitian. And today I want to answer the question, water, sports drink, or electrolytes? When should you be drinking and what should you be drinking? So many athletes get confused about this topic. They think they should only drink water and they shouldn't drink a sports drink. The reality is there's different fluids for different sport and training occasions. So let's break down each one. So let's talk about water. Water is a great hydrator, but it does not provide you with carbohydrates or electrolytes. So it typically just is providing you with fluid. So water can be great at a workout from 0 to 60 minutes. If you're just going to be training for an hour or less and you've done a good job with fueling and hydrating throughout the day, water can be a sufficient hydration source for those shorter workouts. But let's talk about sports drinks. Sports drinks provide you with three different things. They provide you with fluid, carbohydrate for energy, and electrolytes that are being replaced from what you're sweating out during your training session. So a sports drink is necessary when you're going to be training for longer than 60 to 90 minutes. Doesn't mean that if you're training for like 65 minutes, you have to have a sports drink. But if you're going to be training for 2 or 3 hours, a sports drink is going to help you replace fluid, electrolytes, as well as provide your body with carbohydrate as a source of energy to keep exercise going. Sports drinks can also be really important when it's hot and humid outside, because typically when it's hot, your sweat rate can increase by 10 to 20%. That means you're sweating more, losing more fluid and more electrolytes, and you typically fatigue a little bit faster, making the need for carbohydrate more important. So a sports drink is going to be an essential part of your training hydration regimen if you're training for longer than 60 to 90 minutes, if it's really hot and humid, or if you're training at altitude. That is another time where you want to replace extra carbohydrate and electrolytes. Now let's talk about electrolytes in general. Sodium and potassium are the main electrolytes that you lose in your sweat. The average person loses about 3 times the amount of sodium as they do potassium when they sweat. If you're a salty sweater, which means that your shirt, your hat, or your shoes has some white flaky stuff on it, once they dry after a workout, that typically means you're a salty sweater, which means you need to be consuming more sodium in your beverages and in your fuel or food. So electrolytes can be important and can be a good addition to water during a training session, even short training sessions. But throughout the day, you can also consume electrolytes by adding tablets or electrolyte powders to your water. You can consume a lower calorie sports drink, so one that's providing you with fluid and electrolytes, but not as much sugar when you're not training. And you can consider eating electrolyte-rich foods. Sodium is salt. So eating salty foods like pretzels, salted nuts, adding salt to foods like scrambled eggs and vegetables, and then consuming potassium-rich foods, milk, chocolate milk, yogurt, avocados high in potassium, bananas, potatoes, sweet potatoes. Even a glass of orange juice can give you about 10% of your daily potassium needs. So as an athlete, it's so important that you're hydrating. I always encourage athletes to drink early and drink often, but you need to know what to drink and when to drink it. So as a reminder, workouts 0 to 60 minutes, water or water with electrolytes are ideal. Workouts longer than 60 to 90 minutes, or when it's hot and humid outside or you're at altitude, a sports drink providing fluid, electrolytes, and carbohydrate is key. Then you can use electrolytes in your water, eating them in your food, or drinking a low-calorie sports drink throughout the day just to stay hydrated. We know that a 2% level of dehydration equates to about a 10% decrease in performance. So as an athlete, you need to drink up. So be sure and stay on top of your hydration regimen by using water, sports drinks, and electrolytes when you need them. I'd love to hear what your favorite sports drink is or what you do to hydrate. So be sure to leave me a message, like our video, and then subscribe to our channel so that you can stay up to date with all our fueling, hydration, tips, and strategies.